And welcome back. You'll notice I haven't changed my pants or moved from my spot in what seems like days because I'm re-recording everything on Tuesday. I got to work tomorrow, and my car's currently in the shop, so I don't know when I'll get home tomorrow. I may have to linger around wherever I am until I get a ride. Um, so I'm just pre-recording now. But anyway, welcome back to What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki with Adamantine Chains Part 10, the Konoha Crush and Beyond. And so we catch up basically with we got to at least look at part of this in two parts: the Gaara stuff and the third and Orochimaru stuff, which now includes Kushina. Now we would catch up probably with Sasuke and versus Gaara. Now Sasuke versus Gaara is honestly not terribly different. Sasuke maybe does have some more speed on his side. He does have maybe a slightly higher chakra reserve. But he but he still doesn't really have what it takes to put Gaara down. Now, because he does have actual more lightning jutsu under his belt, he might be able to partially freeze like up Gaara's glass or heat up and harden it. But he just doesn't have, I think, enough in the way of kit here to take Gaara down. So their fight begins. Gaara's already kind of partially transformed. Sasuke's throwing out, lightning style, pale lightning, hits. And, Gaara basically forces the sand out because he's producing more and more sand. Got lightning style, false darkness! And just blasts and hits him and just all his hands at the outer shell of his arms kind of harden up, but just it's still not enough, Sasuke Uchiha! Does the final story he's got under his belt, and it's not enough. Now he lacks the curse mark here to give him the extra boost, but he's pretty much down and out until Naruto eventually comes in, and I think he really just I think really what he does is he hits him with a Rasengan instead of just punches him. Rasengan! Boom! Blasts back, throwing him through some trees, definitely. And Gaara just like, you, Naruto Uzumaki. You will not eat me from my prey! Naruto is still uneasy about Gaara, absolutely. It's like, he really is something I could have become. But it doesn't matter. You're threatening and Naruto probably looks at him, we're not really so different. In the right context, you could have had my life, and I could have had your life. You think I need your sympathy? I need no one. I live only for myself. I kill only for myself. I will validate my existence, and I will kill him and you. And Naruto just squaring up. He's still uneasy with him, but unlike before, it's a lot quicker of a resolves. No matter what your plans are, or how you feel, and then the chance comes, I will stop you. And so, show me wind style air bullet. No, wind style gale palm. And blast a couple of them back. Use the chance to kind of offset them. Just boom, boom, boom. One does hit Naruto. Braces himself with the chains. The sand comes. I'm going to kill you, Sasuke. And then Sakura gets in the way. She even tries to put him under a Genjutsu, but at this point, Genjutsu would not work on Gaara. He's already got the Shikaku chakra flooding into him, so it's kind of just off. Now, it's not the same way. Should know. Perfect Jinchuriki can do this. A standard Jinchuriki might have trouble doing this, but because chakra's just kind of flowing in, I feel like right now, good solid Genjutsu wouldn't work on him. He'd have to have a really powerful one. But they get out of my way! Sakura! They just both scream, Sakura! You! Shadow Clone Jutsu! My voice is cracking a little bit. Shadow Clone Jutsu! All of a sudden, the chains are coming at Gaara, who's just doing his best to dodge, block. But chains are also designed for binding. He's now starting to wrap Gaara up, even though he's transforming more much. Sakura, I got you. And he slices around it. I said you're not touching my friends. So he does. Instead of now, this is where Naruto is not thinking quite all the way through here, because he goes really into defense. Now take this! All the clones make hand signs. Wind style! Tornado fist! Maximum effort! Just throwing a little right here and there. Or maximum effort. Plus ultra was what I'm thinking of. Maximum! Just puts Gaara straight into the floor ground, but the floor just, boom! Chain of Naruto just staring down, waiting for the next move. I underestimate. That's right, Naruto Uzumaki. Show me. And Gaara's now in that full mini tail beast transform state. Show me what you can do! And Naruto's just like, throws the chains right at him. Throws like a chakra wave at him, blasts the chains back. Clones even start to pop. Saiyan just starts rushing at Naruto. He just dodges midair. He uses almost a Gale Pump to kind of direct himself, almost Iron Man style. It's like, try this. And then, makes... And basically, and this is how cool and quick Naruto is with his seals. I think he basically does a combination of blood seal, creating the ink on his fingers, and then the chains come out just as the chains are coming out, just binding. Uzumaki art, chains of the underworld, it's absorbing my chakra. Frost seal isn't going to work on you. I got to drain you. I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to just siphon that chakra as far as I can, creating more chains. No, not to him. The chakra's suspending, his force is suspending. There's no way I'm going to lose to a guy like him. Blah, breaks open the chains. Now, if you're saying, well, no, the Uzumaki chains wouldn't break like that. Didn't necessarily say they broke. Just saying that the sheer, because he's literally all that influx of chakra Naruto's not prepared for. Because the chains are probably as strong as whatever Uzumaki makes them. Like, you could probably make a weak chain that kind of shatters if you wanted to. Don't know why you'd want to, but you could. But you could probably also strengthen your chains with your own chakra if you want. But still, the massive expansion plus the influx of chakra, it just causes, that can't be Shikaku. And all of a sudden the sand starts to rise. And Naruto admittedly does not have a good counter for Gaara's sand when it's just crawling up him, like slowly, like even his chains can't really fight that off very effectively. They're able to kind of subdue it a bit, and he's even put seals on him to try to like offset and slow it down, but it's just not doing much. No, goodbye, Naruto Uzumaki. And finally, just summoning jutsu. Go. Oh, it's you, Naruto. Now, granted, I think Gamabun's is a bit more respectful than Naruto because he's Kushina's kid. Kushina's still very much alive and would scold him, and he would not want that. What do you want? Shikaku the Sand Spirit. I need your help, Boss Toad. Dude, this guy's gonna wreak havoc on the entire village if we let him. We need to stop. We need to stop him right here now. I haven't taken on a tail beast since then I fought the nine tails with your father. It makes me kind of nostalgic. Even. Very well, brat. I'll be prepared. But let me ask you something. Are you prepared to do what your father did and lay down your life for the people you care about? And Twitch Naruto, who now would be starting to run on... I mean, he didn't use Fox's chakra for the summoning, but even with his reserves, would starting to be tiring a bit. But he still creates at least a couple chains. Gets a Rasengan, even has the tornado fist, right? He's ready to go on. He's like, you even not ask that? That's what I want to hear, boy. Let's do this! And basically, he slices Shikaku's arm off, or the Shikaku form, his arm off. Just, not bad, Naruto Uzumaki! And all of a sudden, the tail straight up bind. Let me thank you by showing you the true manifestation of the sand. Play possum jutsu. Finally free! Let's do this! He's been released. I'll make as many chains as I can. And so, wind style, air bullet! Just boom, boom, boom. Firing, blocks a couple with the chains, but it's not enough. Tornado fist! Tornado Rasen Fist or Tornado Rasen Fist or whatever. He's in Rasengan and Tornado Fist in conjunction just basically makes a pseudo Rasen Shuriken, not a fully complete one. As that basically goes right up and just clashes, and even overpowers the wind bullets to a certain degree. Shane's coming, starts to kind of bind Shikaku down. Wait, that's not possible. He's an Uza, because I imagine almost all the tail beasts, almost all of them, know at least in passing of the name Uzumaki and what they were capable of doing. We know sure as shit Kurama did, and we have to assume the others did as well. To some degree, because they all had interactions probably with Uzumaki. We know that the 5 and 4 tails did, thanks to that manga Kushina and Minato fighting them. But point being, I think Chicago's like, these chains, what? No, they can't. Which, by the way, side note, isn't it interesting that the chains from the Uzumaki mirror the chains from the Geto statue? I do not think that's coincidental. I think that tells you a little bit of the lineage of the Uzumaki and how strong they seriously are. But anyway, I never made that connection until just now. It's like both are using chains of chakra to bind the tail beast. And so I got distracted. But anyway, back to Liz. Like, Naruto's you've got to hold him, Naruto, no matter what. I was like, I gotta see. And Naruto actually uses a new jutsu that his mom probably taught him to identify seals. Something that I'm certain at a glance Uzumaki can do. Just look at a seal and be like, this seal's shitty. Or it's not a bad seal. But Naruto's actually like his eyes flash, almost like it's like digitally analyzing things. Just like his seal. My God, his seal's broken to hell. I don't have enough to fix it right now, but I might be able to do something. Let's hope this works. And then, because we actually, where is Gaara's seal? That's a good question. I think it's on his shoulder. Where was Gaara's seal? That's a good question I never asked myself. Gaara's seal, which represented the One Tails, is on his. That's not the fucking seal, AI. Shut up. Where was Gaara's seal? More than likely, it was on his stomach or somewhere unseen. We see that Naruto's seal isn't always visible unless drawn out. That's actually a really good point. Okay, look, I like the Naruto Wikipedia. I do. It's actually pretty useful. But the Iron Kettle seal is not the goddamn seal on his forehead. That's literally a scar that he made in the shape of this kanji for love that he put on himself. I don't know why the internet people think that. I really do not. Anyway, and so Naruto basically identifies. Let's just say it's like a Naruto. It's not a 5-prong seal. It's not like the Reaper Death Seal or anything like that. But it's still it's not an 8-trigram seal, but it's still a seal. And so Naruto basically says, that's enough of this. And all of a sudden, his fingers light up. And 5-prong seal! Boom! And he puts the last of his shotgun in. Yeah, he picked up the 5-prong seal, either from Jiraiya, which he knew the release for, so he probably knew it, or Kushina. And he wakes and she goes, No, you bastard! Gaara wakes up. What did you do? Now, this would be very important. Is Gaara still able to use his sand? Because the sand apparently is something. Okay, the sand instinctively coming to him is part of his mom, but his ability to just manipulate sand comes from Shukaku, and Shukaku just kind of lets him have that ability, apparently. Could he still use it? I think yes, but because the 5-prong seal, it's going to limit the chakra. It's not going to permanently seal it away. So he basically would kind of temporarily seal Shukaku off. But he also said, I don't want to kill him either or ruin. So he basically just does that. Shukaku, the sand starts to just dissipate. And Ganbu's, I'd like to see how this finishes, but I'm out of chakra as well. And Naruto and just square off, and then they finally have their clash, and boom. And so they land. Now, it's not the same as before. Or no, it's almost unbearable, isn't it? The weight of being alone. I've been there. No, it's not the same here. Because Naruto's not been alone. It's the same issue as like with Nari. He can't preach the same thing here. But Naruto still just starts crawling over it. I was like, no, stay away. I won't not cease to exist. I won't. But I think instead it's more like it's unbearable, isn't it? Being different. Being chosen to be to have a burden and to be scorned for it. Because even with Kushina around and the Uzumaki still being a very prevalent clan, I have no doubt there have been scenarios where some people have looked at Naruto off, thinking of him as the fox. I have no doubt about that. So Naruto has still felt that scorn before, but nowhere near as much. But luckily, I have friends and family who help save me from them, save me from being something worse. I was able to have love in my life, and that's why I will not let you hurt my friends, even if I have to kill you. And so then Sasuke shows up. Sakura, okay, yeah, she's fine. Yeah, I'm fine, Naruto. Oh, good, that's a relief. And then obviously Tamari and Kankuro head out with Gaara. Kankuro, Tamari, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, Gaara. But we cut over now to the other half of that fight, or the other half of this arc, where Kushina and the third are fighting Orochimaru. And immediately the first Hokage, does the deep force creation. Kushina, and he's doing it to keep Kushina's chains at bay. Also, so she doesn't like come in with a flying Raijin on Orochimaru, because if she knows flying Raijin, which Orochimaru saw she clearly can, he does not want to go directly against her. If she gets one spell seal or call it a spell tag, why not? It's not a jutsu tag. Let's whatever. But if she gets one of those on him, he's cooked. Like even Orochimaru. That's actually a really good question. Who do you think would have won in a straight-out fight back in the early part of Naruto? Minato or Orochimaru? Hell, let's scale it up even more. A living Minato, where we saw him, he didn't even peak yet. He was young. Do you imagine how much stronger he would have gotten? Versus Orochimaru in the Fourth Great Shinobi War. You might think, it's like, well, Orochimaru's far stronger. But that flying Raijin alone and the skill level Minato has with that evens that playing field immensely. So I don't know for certain who would have won that fight. All I know is right now, Chakra Chain, Sealing Jutsu, and all the other things Kushina's got in her belt, plus having some level of control on Kurama, Orochimaru does not want to be going up against Kushina. So that's why he's got the fourth. And actually, what he really do is he take the two Hokages, the second and the first, and throw them at Kushina while he's taking on Sarutobi. Because one-on-one, he felt a lot more comfortable with taking Sarutobi on than anything else. And, sorry. Anyway, sorry, looking at notification. So the fight, so Sarutobi and Orochimaru are duking it out. No one's got a clear advantage over the other. Meanwhile, the second is throwing out water, and the first is throwing out trees, trying to bind Kushina up. She, meanwhile, is slicing through the trees and offsetting the water with her chains. Basically, a new technique. The second tries to just engulf her in water, and even though they're pretty much emotionless, he goes, as Kushina's just standing there with her chain, just with a hand sign, and he sees this would be a really cool technique of hers. This would be like almost peak Uzumaki right now. She's lit because it's chakra. She's literally got her chains wrapped in like circles, and basically has seals, like seal tag, not even seals, just seal kanji written in the circles. And basically, when elemental attacks of certain natures come in, she just goes boo 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 and just absorbs them. And then obviously the first comes in. She didn't like. She takes. She goes in, fires. The chains in all directions at them. They dodge. And then try to go after Kushina, only for her to release the seals and then disappear and just reappear right behind him. She places a special tag on every place the chains tagged. So she basically starts tagging the entire place in rapid fire. And then finally starts blitzing these guys. She really is the Crimson Flash of Konoha. My husband never really got to perfect this move. I'm sure in time I'm sure in time he would have figured this out. I it's sorry, Minato, but it looks like I got to one up you even here too. I miss you and love you. And all of a sudden she just goes and just appears right before both of them as they're next to each other. Rasengan or Uzumaki art. Rasengan containment. Now I think of this similar to the magnet release Rasengan, where she's figured out how to literally put seal matrixes on a Rasengan. That's what the magnet release is. It's a sealing technique. And instead, she just basically contains the first and second Hokage. Meanwhile, the third and the second, or the third and Orochimaru have been duking it out. Now, you might say, why doesn't Jiraiya step in here? Well, he very well could. And Orochimaru was aware of this. And he's just like, this is not going as I had planned. Damn you, old man. And then he's got Emma out there. We both know I don't have the strength to defeat you, Orochimaru. Giving up so soon. No, once again, I'm just buying for time. Buying for... And all of a sudden the kunai just... You... Why you? Wind style. Slicing Hydra Jutsu. And all of a sudden, her chains come out and wind serpents wrap around the chains. You like snakes, don't you, Orochimaru? And then they just come in and start slicing. And every time he slices one, a new one grows. Like it's combining with the chain to create a cool new jutsu where the chains just keep multiplying. And it's like, damn you. And once again, it's like, not paying you. And I thought you were analytical, Orochimaru. And all of a sudden, she disappears. And he looks down way too late. And they realize she maneuvered me near the Kuna. And then slice it with the chains. That Orochimaru's regeneration, though, would still be enough that he could survive that. And she realizes that really quick. Just reattaches himself with the snakes like he does against Naruto. To you, and uses the grass longsword as best he can, only for it to disappear. Get a Rasengan right on him. You, and all of a sudden reappears again in front of him, and he realizes in horror. It's like, no. She put seal tags, or she put placement tags on, spell tags on him. It's like, no. So he's royally screwed. And I'm saying he. It's technically Orochimaru is a them, but they started as a he. So, and it's usually presented as a male figure anyway. Either way, he's royally screwed. Because all she had to do was get one on him, and she'll always know where she is and always be able to get to him. Because it's a space-time ninjutsu. She can just get there. And Orochimaru is... now, they're on his face like, yeah, damn you. He's beating the hell. It's like, this did not go well at all. It's like, we are retreating. It's like, you're not going anywhere, Orochimaru. And she's about ready to just end it. She gets some kunais out. Honestly, someone asked if Kushina actually uses a sword. As far as I know, it's just a fanfic thing, but she could. Maybe she summons a sword, an Uzumaki heirloom blade or something like that. I can see it being a katana. That's pretty the common standard one you see for most regular shinobi to use, not who are not swordsmen. So she draws like, you're not going anywhere. But please, Kushina, if I'm going to be cut in half, I'd like to be the one to do it. Hey, excuse me, huh? And he cuts himself in half above the waist, and then pops out, and his fresh body wouldn't have the seal tag on it, in theory. So that is a way he can circumvent it. But he realized very quickly, I am effed in this fight. I can know. And he's like, it's like, Hiroshima, you're not getting away. It's like, Kidomaru. And Kidomaru fires the webbing. He probably fires a huge, massive version of a net at them. Just, it's like, shocker. It's a please. And she slices through it. Only for him to use some smoke bombs and just escape out of there. So, overall, Orochimaru is able to escape the village. The remaining forces get out, and the day is saved. Then the third gets to live. But the third, at this point, does say that, no, this isn't good. Um, no, this isn't good. I'm too old. My time as Hokage has ended. Kushina. And they're basically, the elders, and even Danzo's there. It's like, it's time I step down permanently this time. Well, we'll need to choose the successor. That won't be necessary. We both know Kushina has been after this position for some time. So is Danzo. Danzo, to which the third basically just basically asked the question: if I'm too old for this job, do you honestly think my former teammate is our former teammate is young enough for this job? And besides, we both know in terms of strength, Kushina does surpass Danzo clearly. It's time for the young to inherit this village. And so or not inherit this. It's time for the next generation to make their mark in this village, much as Minato did before Kushina, before us. Then Danza, and unfortunately, they don't have an argument. Besides, she clearly overwhelmed Orochimaru. She's clearly the best one for the job. And so, Kushina is declared the fifth Hokage. And Mara's like, yeah, Mom! Now, they do still have a lot of injured, and they are still mourning their losses. But this begs a really big question now. What does the future hold in this arc? Because we got a few minutes before we hit the 30-minute mark. Let's just talk about it. Can we rationalize going to find Tsunade right now? No, but I could see them doing it in a little bit. Because Kushina is like getting into accepting the role, the position, all that. Itachi and Kasame would still enter the village. Now, Naruto and Jiraiya are still in the village as well, at least for the time being. Jiraiya is. And they're looking for Naruto. And obviously you would still get the interaction with Kasame and Itachi and all that. And it would be the same. But they'd still have to leave, especially with the knowledge that the new Hokage is the Uzumaki. I hear the new Hokage is a lady. And I was like, Kushina. So Kushina finally made her dream happen. Wait, Kushina Uzumaki? Wouldn't mind going up against that lady. They call her the bloody red habanero of the leaf. Evidently, a new name's been circulating: the crimson flash of the leaf. Wait, you don't think? I'd rather not put that theory to the test, Kasame. And so Kakashi would still be floored by the Tsukuyomi, and they wouldn't have any healers on call who would be able to do anything with that. And so, or Jiraiya could still go. There is still one person we could check in on. You're talking about Tsunade, and Kushi's like, you're talking about Tsunade. She hasn't been in the village in years. We don't even know where she is. If anyone can find her, I can. Besides, I'd like to take Naruto, if you're with your permission, Kushina. I'd like to take a little Naruto here on a train trip. After all, I've been away for too long. It's important I get to know my godson. After all. Well, I mean, Mom, are you okay with that? It's like, you keep an eye on him. You keep an eye on him, Jiraiya. I swear to God, if something happens to him, Mom, I'm a ninja. Come on. You're still my son, and I'm going to worry. But you're with Jiraiya. You are strong. I have faith in you. But it's like, so go get ready. You'll keep an eye on, especially if what you say is true about this group called the Akatsuki. It's like, yes, don't worry. If we run into Itachi and Kasame, I can handle it. But again, don't sell your kid short, Kushina. I think he's got more going on than. I think there's more to him than even we can hope for. I hope you're right. And so that is where we're going to end it, where they will look for Tsunade, mostly to fix up Kakashi. Without Kakashi, they are down in power by a significant amount. Like, yes, you have Azuma, you have Kurona, you have Guy, but let's be honest. If you're talking about, like, the main, like, noted ninja in the village, Kakashi is that. Like, without Kakashi, that is a strike to your military power. And so that's where we're going to leave part 10. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.